Hello everyone, this is Super Geek BD. I am a YouTuber from Bangladesh, and well, in my channel I will always be focusing on hardware unboxing or fun little projects using various embedded hardwares and tutorials, but we will also be looking at software projects from time to time. So let's start. Alright, let's say you have been given a project by your boss, or maybe you are doing a project yourself or whatever, and that project is not very complicated, just maybe some measurement or something, but it may not even include a display. So what you do, you get your Arduino, or maybe you decide to go for some PIC or AVR or some other chip. You get your parts and you're a happy man, and you work really hard to finish your project in time or something, and well, it's working, and you be like, hell yeah. Okay, but the life sometimes isn't so simple. For example, maybe your boss calls up and says, "Hey, could you add a display? It must be a big touch screen." Well, you are an employee, you have to save your job. So maybe you said with a poker face, okay. But deep inside, you'll be like, "Argh!" Now why is that? Well, it's obvious. Well, you didn't require a very big and powerful microcontroller, so you didn't get one with enough GPIOs for that display. That was not even the requirement. You may have only 2 or 3 GPIOs left, but not enough for interfacing a color display with a touch screen or something. And then comes the issue of resource. Well, the microcontroller you bought isn't powerful enough to drive a big, say, 2.4 or maybe 3.2 or 3.5 inch display. I mean, it just doesn't have the processing power to do its job and then update the display contents and etc. Well, this is one possible solution, and this is the nextion display from IT Studio. So what does it do? Well, it only requires 4 wires, 2 of which are basically power lines, so you can just hook it up to the RX and TX pin of your microcontroller, or you may write up a software serial library, which is actually not that hard and it doesn't consume much resource, and it has an onboard microcontroller that takes care of display and touch interface, and you can get away without much programming, and you can design a kick-ass graphical user interface, aka GUI, in no time by dragging and dropping on the nice designer software, which is only for Windows for now, but that's not a problem. And the resources are growing, actually online resources, so you can learn and get your job done real quick. So, seeing this, I headed over to the Banggood site and I ordered their 3.5 inch LCD, which is 480 by 320 resolution, and it costed me around $25.77 delivered. Okay, let's get on with this unboxing. So what do we have here? Well, when we open it up, it's just a foam, and this weird looking USB connector, which is actually very convenient because it will help me power the display up when I'm doing programming or debugging or such. Okay, and then here's the real deal. This is our next-gen display module. Mine, as I said, is a 3.5-inch one. So let's open it up. And it has a touch screen, which is apparently a 4-wire resistive touch screen, I think. And here's the micro SD slot, which is useful for uploading the program. And one of the best thing is it's a one-time job, so you don't have to use an SD card all the time, or you can avoid this SD card business and use this 4-wire interface connector to either interface with this display or just upload the program or whatever. And here is the connector, the 4-wire connector, to hook this display up to Arduino or whatever you are hooking it up to. It goes this way. So that's the unboxing. So let's get to work. I downloaded the latest next-gen editor from the IT site, and the current version is 0.53. You just download this exe file, just download the exe file and you're done. Okay, let's start. Well, this is the next-gen editor where we would be designing our graphical user interface. So, well, let's select new. Let's give a file name, say ABC or whatever, and then we select our display, which is the 3.5-inch one that I have, and I want the orientation to be horizontal. Okay, so let's do it. Okay. Now I'll be using a gauge in my project and some other controls. The commonly used controls. But this next-gen editor doesn't provide any design for gauges, so you have to design your own. So after a little searching, I found this very nice website named optixl.com, where you can create your very own gauges. Then I created a background image for my display, and I put the gauge image approximately where I want to put my gauge, and I made sure to keep the resolution at 320 by 480, just what my display resolution is. Alright, then we are back to our project. Now we add this picture to our workspace, and here it is. Now what we do is we insert a picture. Just click on it and it will be added. Okay, so now if we select this image, you can see that it has covered the entire screen and our gauge is where I wanted it to be. Now we add the rest of the controls. So what I want is a text which is called T0 in this case, object name and ID. For any object you want to control, or you want to send your status to, or you want to get a message from or something, you need to remember two things. One is this object name and another is this ID. Well, you can obviously check them whenever you want. So now this is our label. We quickly add the other things that we want to add. Here's a slider, and okay, let's use it for now. Then we add another text. Okay, that'll do. And a progress bar. I'm trying to show the most common controls here. Okay. And obviously a button. Okay, that'll do.